Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and it's Friday, so welcome to the weekend. And today I'm doing a part 2. So if you saw part 1, you'll see that we did this, turned that one into an envelope, we've got a flap, we flipped it over, and we've got 2 of these. I mean, this really is a lovely comprehensive folio set. You can do so much, but today we're going to do a different style of page, and you get these dies which I used in the other one, but we're just going to use them on their own as a panel today, and a sheet of this paper. Now people did say that they couldn't find this, so what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and link below, and I'm just going to call it collage papers, and I'm pretty sure that there's a couple of stores that have still got these, so I'm going to do my best to link everything below. Right, so first of all we're going to put this one down, and I'm just going to line that up, just try and get an even border. And I think that's it. Give it a good screws, and you've instantly got a pretty background. Now you can use this to create a card as well, you know. That's a card base, isn't it? In fact, what I'm doing today could actually be a card base with a gift card holder. But, you know, as it's a folio, we're doing it as bookish. Bookish, yeah, that's a word, isn't it? Right, so I've cut these 2 pieces that I hadn't cut last time. Now this is the layering piece that goes onto here, but rather than use it as a layering piece, I'm going to use it as a front piece. So I'm just going to find my very narrow tape, and I've only got a little bit of this left. This is from ALIEXPRESS, so I've got to order some more. So I'm just going to peel off, and we're just going to do the 3 sides right to the edge and turn that into a little pocket. You know what? My scissors were right here. Oh, there they are. Oh, dearie me. Me and my scissors. Me and my glue too, actually. Sometimes it can be staring at me right under my nose, and I get up and I start looking everywhere. Sometimes I find I even put stuff in the fridge. Yeah. Don't tell anyone. Can you imagine going into your fridge and finding a tube full of embellishments? That's me. Right, so we've got our 3 sides done. Now you can of course as well apply some glue if you want to, but because I want to keep my pocket as big as possible, as roomy as possible, I've just used a very narrow tape, and I believe this one is a 3mm. So I do know that ALIEXPRESS does all different sizes of adhesive tapes, and I do have most of them, and they're very good. So let's get this centered up on here. You see, this is the bit now where if you wanted to use your dies for card making, I hope I got that on straight, then this is your gift card pocket, because that will totally hold a gift card. Do you know what I mean? You've got your little pocket there now. But what I want to do with this is I didn't want to put any decorative paper on the front of here. Instead, I've got my little flap. This is the little flap that comes with it, and this one has the bend over piece attached. If you remember, these were the bits that we used yesterday, and these are great. I mean, you can use these on anything, quite literally anything. So you can make little flip flaps on greeting cards and waterfalls in your mini album. So it's such a useful set. So anyway, that's my little pocket, and this is the little flip flap. So we're turning this into an envelope, and I've used another piece of my collage paper, so I just need to get some glue onto there. And I do want to thank everyone for their well wishes. I'm extremely grateful. I'm just, you know, doing one day at a time, which is all you can do, really. Right, and I hope I got that down straight. Maybe I'm a little bit off there, but I'll try and move it while I can. So now we've got a decorative little flat piece, and of course we've got this, and being a good girl today, I've got my bone folder. I'll just cap my glue off. And when you're doing things like this, just gently push them down before you do anything definitive, and that way you stay along your score line. So I've got that there, and you want to get that as nice and flat as you can. So now we've got the hinge for our pocket envelope, which can go onto the back of there. Now you could make many of these and just decorate them up, stuff them full of little tickets or ephemera, or just make loads of them just for your gift card greeting, just to pop in with your greeting card. So, you know, and we're going to glue that onto the back. So I'm just going to open that out again. That's why, you know, these little dies, well, this set's not little. My set that I designed is smaller. And if you've never seen that one, I can grab it at the end. But this one is much larger and has got lots of useful stuff in it. And if you have got my folio set, it will fit with this and would tuck inside. So it's like a double bonus. Right, I'm going to smooth that down. So now we've got that really sweet little envelope. And like I said, you know, all on its own, that is absolutely gorgeous. And that little hinge on the back, it doesn't matter. It just looks very nice too. But we're going to pop it onto here so that it becomes a pocket for your folio. And I think I'm just going to glue that straight on. I mean, you can use tape if you want to. But I usually find that glue is best when it's something that you're going to be opening and closing a lot of. I think it's just a better use. Now, I'm hoping that is straight. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick it up and tap it just to make sure that's square on the bottom. And I'm going to give that a press. I mean, I could spend a week, you know, just doing different things because there's so many combinations that you can do. That still needs to dry a little bit more. But imagine, you know, you're making your folio, but you're also doing a greeting card, and somebody opens that up and they've got that lovely decorative bit here, and then you could do your sentiment in white and then open that up and they've got their gift card in there, or a few dollars or something like that. It's just such a lovely set. And if you've got any wax seals or anything, you can pop them on there to hold that down. And it's just lovely. I just absolutely love this set. But if you give me a second, I'll just grab the smaller one. Right, so this is me with my stuff all over my shelf. Now, I think we made this one not so long ago. And in the smaller one, you get an envelope that's embossed, but it doesn't have a flap with it. And I think that flap would probably, yeah, it is. It's too big, but you could always chop it down so that you're getting the best out of everything. That, of course, is KSCRAFT's butterfly from her set last month. And there's another one in there. So this is the smaller one, and you can see that in size to that panel. So you can, oh, have I gone all blurred? So you can totally use them both together. That was the pocket. But like, this is part of me just shoving things inside each other and bits that I get up to. But I think this was like the first one that I did. So that one's kind of like Christmas orientated, but it's a pocket just like the one that I did. The envelope again. Clipboard dies. You can create clipboards out of all the pieces. And then there's this one, so that when you're using those long strips, which are the hinges, you get this effect, so that you get a full concertina of everything, and you can put all of your pockets and all of the bits that you enjoy, and just use all of your papers, your little stamps and everything like that. So whatever you can do with the small one, obviously, you know, you can do with the big one. And I think this is just craft cardstock, and yeah, these are just little knickknacks and bits that I've done while I've been doing videos, and I've just collected them because I love them. And then I've wondered, what on earth am I going to do with them all? But I just keep them all together. And you can make a little cover to shove everything into. So that is what I've got for you today, and I do hope you have an absolutely awesome weekend. And I'll be up on Monday. People have asked to see the flower cart, so I'm looking forward to making that actually. And I think I'm going to do a 4th of July theme with that, with a lot of red, white and blue. So have an absolutely wonderful weekend as usual. All links below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.